This AFC North Division preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get a $50 bonus when you sign up with code SGPN.
Hey, this is Eric Metcalf. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner on picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Sean.
Yeah.
We're dangerously close to football, and I was actually watching preseason football today, realizing I'm ready for preseason football to be over.
Yeah. Okay. Week 2, week 1 was better picks wise, but
no, I'm just done with
I'm chomping at the bit.
I'm done with the foreplay.
But that's why the NFL is king.
I'm rock hard over here.
When week 1 preseason happens, we're like, it's like when you're starving and you get that appetizer, you're like, oh, this is great. But it's not going to fill you up. You're still hungry for that entree.
No, I don't want to go to a different room. No, I don't have any more money.
Oh,
I'm rock hard and ready to go.
Took me a second.
Give me football. And then come on. I got 2 more youth soccer tournaments between now and kickoff, Sean.
Oh, I remember way back in the day, it was someone's bachelor party. And the stripper was like,
We talking about the JJ Abrams incident?
No, that was a good one.
Oh, that wasn't a bachelor party.
But
that was just a casual.
She was like, I bet I could make you finish in your jeans. And
you have to know when to come.
And I'm like, no way.
I'll give you 2-1 on that, or I'll give you 2-1 on that.
Well, as a gambler, right? It was pretty intriguing her confidence, and I knew. Well, also I would be the arbiter, I guess. Although maybe it's like the NFL where there's irrefutable visual evidence.
Yeah.
Then it has to go to her.
We're gonna have to go to the tape, the videotape, which by the way, another thing I'm annoyed with. Yeah. You're the NFL. You can afford better than like bad Nickelodeon
technology.
Yeah, but you can afford better. And so the animation that shows you the Hawkeye technology in tennis, it works.
Yeah.
They're doing some cartoon bullshit. Don't give me all of that. I don't need to see that it's on grass. Just show me the line. It almost looks too fake. I don't like it right now.
Shout out to
as they pointed out, it's still the ref spotting the ball.
Shout out to George in the chat who we got him hooked on the DAPS breaks. Nice. Ryan, he said he's watching breaks with DAPS on my iPad, SGP on my phone, multitasking like a true degen.
You know I'm a degenerate.
So shout out to Troy as well. Went to the dump in DC, aka Maryland there, and interesting game, but we'll save all the preseason takes, but some of them kind of apply because we are going to talk about the AFC North. Ryan,
yes.
at all from what you saw of the Bengals, does that impact your thoughts? And of course, we did the 32 NFL team previews. Go back, check out the 32 episodes, 1 episode per NFL team, 1 word per episode. It gets a phrase, correctly submit the phrase, and you got a chance to win $1,000 circa NFL future. We're going to spin the wheel on the week 1 pick show. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase is where you submit your phrase. It has all the instructions on how you can submit it. You can submit it digitally. You can mail it to our office. Ryan did set up a fax line for old school people who maybe wrote it down, want to send in a good fax. So a lot of ways to get in. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. And of course we are correcting, in the team previews, maybe we get a little over our wins because obviously there's only 272 wins we can give out. I think I clocked in at 280, Kramer 281. So I have to claw back 8 wins, clawed back a couple in the AFC West. Now we're on to the AFC North. But Ryan, from what we've seen of the Bengals so far, are you changing? Are you impacted at all? Like that Bengals defense did not look good. Now, certainly you're going up against a completely vanilla scheme. Or sorry, you're going. Well, I don't know. Maybe Washington, they played their starters for a little bit, but
this
just mano a mano, they did not look good. And then Hendrickson, they're saying they might trade him. I'm with you. I'm still skeptical, but if there is one owner who is cheap enough to actually trade his best player, it might be Mike Brown.
I mean, I actually. So yeah, getting real caught into the game that we just watched, which was the Commanders Bengals game. There are a couple of things that stood out to me. Big body language guy. Trey Hendrickson did not possess the body language of someone on the sideline who did not want to be there. He's still
at the game.
He's talking.
Terry McLaurin was not at the stadium.
He's involved in the game. He's talking to Joe Burrow. There's a lot of components where you're like, this looks like we're just doing the dance where he gets signed game week. That's all it is. He's a pass rusher. Now, on the other side of the ball, the Terry McLaurin thing, here's what I'll say. I saw Jaden Daniels, Debo Samuel,
had a nice run,
and Zach Ertz giggling on the sideline like schoolgirls the entire game. I honestly, this is not a joke, Sean. My takeaway there, I wonder if Terry McLaurin's coming back. They looked like they were pretty happy without
having fun without him.
Now, as far as the game, 2 things happened in this game. One, the validation of this slow slide down the iceberg that has been my feelings on the Bengals this entire offseason. Probably the team that I feel, them and the Rams obviously are the 2 teams where it's just like, my God. Now the other side of this is we always have teams that look real silky in the preseason.
Yeah.
And they come out and they might even look a little silky in the beginning of the regular season. The Saints last year came to mind. Man in the box reminded me with Kubiak coming out that wide zone scheme, shredding.
Saints 2-0. I remember reading people touting.
So the idea that
Derek Carr,
Washington Commanders, the Seahawks, season. Like there's these teams that are like popping right now a little bit.
Well, Commanders popped early and then completely fell apart too. If you're looking at the full game.
What do you mean?
You said the Commanders are popping.
I'm just saying in general,
and they lost by 14.
Yeah, but the part of the game that mattered, it was like they either won or the tie, whatever you want to call it. But it's more the ease at which they went through the Cincinnati defense.
Yeah.
And so it's like, is the Cincinnati defense horrible? They do have a new coordinator. That is concerning too, because now if the defense hits the floor and the offense isn't elite, which that offensive line didn't look great against a Washington pass rush that I don't expect to be very good.
Well, yeah,
and so yeah, I guess it's the culmination of all these. Like, okay, moving the median down, I guess is what the nerds would say.
So yeah, I mean, for me, and the concern with Cincinnati right now, I got them at 11-6. The concern for me was that this Cincinnati team, like, what did they do to actually make this defense better? But the counter is, hey, they are playing in preseason. Maybe if they don't fuck up those early games like they've been doing every single year, like, hey, let's say they beat the Browns week 1. Well, then, all right, then that could really reset where their season is at. And instead of 9-8, all of a sudden they are up to 11-6. Like if they can win some of those early games that they've been blowing in previous seasons, maybe they can get to the 11 or 12 win, even with a complete dog shit defense. And also we have a new scheme defensively. I'm guessing you're not seeing anything they're actually going to be running, but still, like the mano a mano matchups, not seeing anything that's very telling. And I would say also, fantasy. It sounds like the Commanders now are looking to trade Brian Robinson because they must be so happy with Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, who goes by Bill, which is just a hilarious nickname. But
Rodriguez looked good as well.
Yeah, Rodriguez, maybe he's in the mix. Either way, they feel fine moving on from him. But yeah, we'll save some of the preseason stuff for the week 3 preseason picks. But let's get into it before we do.
Real quick, do you know how he got the nickname Bill?
No.
Bald head. So apparently there was a character
like a billiard ball or something.
Little Bill. Yeah, I was expecting to get like some sort of my uncle this or like one of the just bald head.
All right, Ryan, we'll start off at the bottom there with the Cleveland Browns, see if we do anything to adjust them. But before we do, of course, shout out to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. They got a new offer, 100% bet back bonus up to $500. Terms and conditions apply, but mybookie.ag, get in over there. You get the MyBookie money bag, the casino, easy deposit, easy withdrawals. Of course, any bonus, a lot of times they have a rollover. So read the fine print on that, but the live in-game wagering, we got college football week 0 coming up, Kramer. It is, I just cannot wait. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. T's and C's do apply on the 100% bet back bonus. That's got a nice ring to it. Bet back bonus.
It's tough to say.
MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And speaking of the National Football League, Rhythm and their NFL model is back. Look at this, Kramer. I mean, you want to talk about
Baker?
You want to talk
pretty
about
beautiful.
it? Yes, Baker's on the graphic because they were crushing it with Baker props, 10-5 on Baker Mayfield props this past season for Rhythm, and of course you can build your own. But what 10-5 on Baker Mayfield stuff, 25% ROI. They also got the MLB, WNBA golf, college football week 0. We're going to be doing our college football week 0 picks tomorrow night, so looking forward to that. But get started today. Start messing around, and of course go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Get your 7-day free trial today. Kramer, the Cleveland Browns officially, when we did the team preview, you had them going 7-10. I had them going 6-11. I would say stuff that has happened since we recorded this.
Joe Flacco
officially got the nod that he is starting. Now,
we just pause the tout that we were able.
Well, I see.
No, okay, you're right.
I don't want to jinx it. I will remind people that we did give out Joe Flacco to be the day one starter.
So sharp.
But this is the Browns. We have a couple weeks to go, Ryan, before September 7th when they host the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, Andy Dalton got in a car crash, hurt his hand. If there's anyone, a 40-year-old Joe Flacco to get mysterious, and look at the Browns QB room with the Kenny Pickett injury, who he's just, I don't know what's happened to him. Dylan Gabriel, then Shador got banged
the
up.
entertainer.
So I guess what I would say I've taken away. One, I feel a little better about the floor of this Browns team, knowing that Joe Flacco is at least a day one starter. To me,
but Browns money line week 1. That's what stood out to me.
Well, to me, it's okay. They're at least taking this season seriously. Like if they were going to start Dylan Gabriel, Shador, Kenny Pickett, then I would feel way worse about the over 5.5. And I would say, hats off to the Browns. We did the Eagles, and because I'm on the team, did a joint practice with the Browns. That defense was doing a very good job against the Eagles offense. Now, some of the Eagles offensive starters weren't out there, but still, I think that defense is going to be a tough out. And you go back to the other side and you give Joe Flacco an okay offensive line, couple pass catchers that he has chemistry with. I think Kevin Stefanski is a good coach. I think they can win 6 games. So no major changes for me on the Browns. I feel good about my 6-11 prediction. Over 5.5 wins is where I'm at here on the Cleveland Browns. I would say the bet that I like though, and I like it more. We gave it out on the team preview, and I'll pull up the updated price if I can get it. But Joe Flacco to lead the AFC North at 40-1 in pass yards.
We got to see what the updated number
is somewhat realistic. All it takes.
They've been asleep at the wheel at these markets.
Now, certainly you would expect Joe Burrow to be the favorite. First off, the Steelers, I don't think they throw enough to be really in this mix. And so, yeah, Joe Burrow is the obvious favorite, but Lamar, maybe he continues to run. Certainly you have Derrick Henry. Lamar had
no, these are all it's updated, but these are all wrong.
What's the price now?
It's 15-1.
Oh,
So there's
okay.
tremendous amount of CLV. But all right, so right now, passing yards: Burrow -200, Lamar Jackson +240, Aaron Rodgers 7-1, Joe Flacco 15-1.
You're still liking it. I still like Flacco 15-1. Now again, that's why you tune into the team preview so you can get ahead of this stuff. But I will. Joe Flacco most pass yards AFC North is still kind of my favorite bet for this team,
and it's a great CLV flex.
See, ultimate CLV flex. And reminder to go back and get those team previews. Kramer, what are you doing?
We were discussing that our expert, aka fan, Big Play Dave, did have a hilarious payload of bets on the team.
He had 2 bets: under 5.5 wins and Browns to win the AFC at 130-1, just in case. Now the upside, do they have a ceiling, Ryan? Because we saw this. Of
course they do.
We saw this 2023 team go on a bit of a run with Flacco. Now, certainly they got destroyed at the Texans. I think that was a bad matchup for them. But what do you think this ceiling is now that we know Joe Flacco is going to be the starter?
If he stays healthy with that defense, he doesn't have to do a lot, right? It's Stefanski's offense.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, the people that are saying Stefanski's on the hot seat, he literally signed a 6-year extension last summer. I don't. His owner's got bigger fish to fry. I really.
He's won Coach of the Year twice. I think if this,
stop it.
I think if this season goes bad, it's because Joe Flacco either gets hurt or has nothing left in the tank. 2 very real scenarios, and then you're starting either Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, or Shador. So, and Snoop Huntley, I think also was a signing that when we first did the preview, he was not on the team. Snoop Huntley, I think, is a floor raiser, especially when you look at some of these other.
Is he going to make the roster? It's a real slot.
This will be interesting to see what they do, but I could see them putting like Dylan Gabriel on practice squad, Kenny Pickett. Maybe there's like an injury settlement. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they maneuver. But just the fact that Tyler Huntley signed shows to me, hey, we're not quote unquote tanking. We're going to do everything we can to try and win as many possible games. Now, the receivers are interesting. Tillman, I don't know if I'm playing him in fantasy, but Jerry Jeudy, he's had some chemistry with. Njoku, you got to feel better off or better about as a pass catcher.
I certainly think if you can find, like, if I'm guessing a lot of the props either came, like, maybe are down, maybe they aren't, but I would imagine you could probably find some people asleep at the wheel a little bit. Because to me, you upgrade all those pass catchers. Are you taking any overs on season long yards for those guys?
I'm not messing with any of the yards. And as Mike points out in the look ahead lines, they're only favored once. So yeah, that's certainly a reason for skepticism, but you look at some of the places they're dogs. They're 1.5 point dog at home against the Vikings. The division games at Pitt, they're a 3 point dog. At Baltimore, they're 7 points. I think it's the AFC North. These division games are always going to be a little closer. You have very winnable games, I think, at home against the 49ers, at home against the Steelers, at the Patriots. I mean, right now they're getting 7.5 points at home against the Miami Dolphins. I have a feeling that's not going to be 7.5 when that game comes around. Jets, who I am higher on than market, I think that's a very winnable game for them. So I think, yeah, I get they're a dog a ton of times, but I think this with Flacco, they have a higher floor. So
here's my best bet for the Browns. I do like their point total over, because especially now, but I'm going to give you Browns plus 7.5 against the Dolphins week 7.
Okay. You're not, to be clear, you're sticking with your 7 and 10, right?
Oh yeah, I'm not. I feel good now. I think the 7 and 10 was based on some of this happening.
Yeah, I mean, to our credit, we read the tea leaves. We thought Joe Flacco was going to be the starter. My optimism, if you can call it that, at 6-11 was based on Flacco being the starter. You're still over. Yeah, it's not like I'm saying they're gonna have an amazing season, but I do think they will get over that 5.5. The 5.5 is pretty manageable. All right, kicking it over to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ryan. Pittsburgh Steelers. I was a little higher than you. I got them 11-6, going over their win total comfortably at 8.5. Kramer, you got them 10-7. any updated takes on the Pittsburgh Steelers? What are your thoughts? Are you taking back a win? Are you adding a win?
Yeah, we're right on it. We gave Tomlin a little bit of a breather, and he still. I could take a win away. I don't think much has changed. Much of the offseason we had projected that they were gonna, I don't know, have Aaron Rodgers, have a better offense than they've had in the past, and the defense should be the same.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the take of like, hey, Rodgers sucked last year, which okay, but if you actually go back and if you're guys like us who watched all the games, he sucked in a certain way, right? He sucked in that he wasn't maybe aggressive and didn't want to get hit, so he's throwing the ball away a bunch. His numbers ended up being pretty clean. Like he didn't throw a ton of interceptions, and if you can play relatively clean, turnover-free football, I think Tomlin wants a guy that doesn't want to get hit. That's not going to take sacks. I could see why if you want an aggressive offense, that could be limiting. But if you're Arthur Smith, that gets him excited. Mm-hmm. And of course, we saw the viral video of Arthur Smith excited.
What do you think that was? For those who didn't see it, it was essentially he was doing like horns sideways with some finger movement, with some rapid finger movement, as if he was trying to like maybe Morse code.
Kramer, I'll send you the link in Slack.
Maybe Morse code.
Because the
you want me to play it?
Sure, I think it'll be fun if people missed it. People I mean, someone whoever shared the video had a great caption saying, "Keep Arthur Smith away from my wife." So not that we're Cosmo here with bedroom tips, but what he was doing, I think, would appeal to certain ladies. I'll tell you the one thing,
and it's Arthur Smith, so he has the mustache. Let's hear it. I got it pulled up. Here we go.
And he has a lot of money. His dad started FedEx. Which shout out to him. Who he probably could have just
get enough credit.
Could have just sat on his inheritance, but he's out there. He started from the bottom. You know, maybe
That's football. You have to start at the bottom.
Maybe right? He got like an internship advance by his dad being FedEx, but like for the most part.
Whoa!
So he rubs his two fingers over his mustache, and then his like ring finger does a come hither.
Well, everyone knows that there's like the shocker, and then there's horns up. And I think he's clearly doing the sexual one, right? And then the mustache makes it look sexual.
Well, yeah.
And then this isn't the
he
first,
looks like a guy who would be in an adult film.
Also, not the first time we've seen Arthur Smith get sexual on a football field. So remember, I mean, he had a viral tongue meme at some point, if you remember. So yeah, I think this is just he realizes that he's coaching next to Mike Tomlin with Aaron Rodgers and a shitload of running backs and Jonnu Smith. It's like the Avengers or whatever the movie where they all come back together for that one last job.
Yeah, and certainly I'll tell you, eye test again for whatever it's worth. I thought, Caleb Johnson. Now he had that bad drop. Again, it's preseason. You're not. What are you taking away from it? Blah blah blah. But Caleb Johnson, and that was a bunch of the bets I gave out in the Steelers team preview was related to
that's
Caleb
my
Johnson.
That was the.
All right, yeah. So Ryan, what is your favorite? So are you adjusting your wins? You had them 10-7. You're on the over.
I feel like I should. I do feel a little bit like I should take a win away. I just don't see where it's coming from. You look at the schedule. You where in the first 8 games I had them 6-2. Where did I get that wrong? Where did I misappropriate a win?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to be high on this.
So I'll stay 10-7, and I mean, honestly, let's pull up a updated number for this one too. And you mentioned Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, his to lead the AFC North in rushing touchdowns is 15-1. I gave that out. I thought he looked pretty darn good. So now, Ryan, if going back to the original question of would you rather have over 8.5 wins or make playoffs at +140?
Yeah, it's probably make playoffs.
Yeah.
And assuming
stay tuned for the lock segment, but
well, based one, we just, it is what it is, but also I'm going to look up the current. Let's look at the current total price or the current win total price to see what. So 8.5 would get you minus 115 over.
Okay.
And let's pull up the updated division price. Steelers are plus. Oh, that's division. My bad. Keep talking, Sean.
Okay.
Need to find it. Of course, they don't have it in the same spot.
Yeah, but the Caleb Johnson stuff has not really changed that much, and I still like it.
Down to plus 115 to make the playoffs. So minus 115 over 8.5, plus 115 playoffs. That's the same bet to me. So you you take the
so make playoffs has moved from plus 140 to
correct
plus 115.
I'm looking at the green book, but correct.
Okay, interesting. Again,
either way,
another great reason.
The exercise is more you compare those. I mean, are they making the playoffs? Is there a world where is there if they go 9-8? What is the probability they miss the playoffs with 9 wins?
Yeah, that's a decent. It's like 50-50. So I would still probably take.
So maybe we're taking the over then.
Yeah, because I think there's a chance. But what do you? Is that your favorite bet here? Or what do you?
No,
I'm doing Caleb Johnson, AFC North most rushing touchdowns because I feel like. You got
what is that? Let's look at that.
That's 15-1 still.
Still,
yeah,
nice.
Now, obviously, Derrick Henry's a massive favorite at minus 700. Chase Brown 6-1, but Caleb Johnson is pretty interesting. I mean, going back to the Browns, you can maybe talk me into Dylan Sampson, but I just think the Steelers are going to get a ton of rushing touchdowns, and I think he's going to be involved. So I like the long shot stuff on him.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Metcalf Offensive Player of the Year paper ticket from early in the process, but it's I don't think if you're fading Derrick Henry, just go to the roof. Plus 15,000 most touchdowns in the NFL, in my opinion. Why? I mean, I guess play both, but you have to play the league. If the premise of winning the division is to beat Derrick Henry. And candidly, Chase Brown's going to have some opportunities, but if you beat Derrick Henry, you've probably beaten most of the league. Yeah. So why not take the 10xer?
The 150-1 most rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, let's call this a trampoline ladder.
Okay,
just 2 steps plus.
So what is that what you're giving out this season?
Yeah. Well, my thought is why take 15-1 when I can get 150.
Well, I feel like we had a similar conversation last night with the Omarion Hampton.
The difference is you're not going against Derrick Henry. You're just going against another rookie. Ashton Jeanty. That my take there was I guess it's probably the same.
And I got feedback on Spotify. They want me to hear it. They want me to call it Ginty. They didn't like Ginty. Ginty, like Ginty.
I feel like we've talked to a lot of people from Boise State, and they do not say it that way.
I will. I'll have to get back at Spotify again. Feel free, send in the comments, questions over on the Spotify. Ginty. That's what he was saying.
Like gin and tea.
There you go.
I don't like that pronunciation.
All right.
I'll get back to it. I hope that's not the right pronunciation.
Cincinnati Bengals. We kind of covered them a little bit. I had them 11-6. You had them 12-5.
Oh boy.
I will make an adjustment on the Cincinnati Bengals team. Nothing crazy. This team feels like 10-7. So I'm going to go back. I know I had them, let's see, 2-2 in the first 4, and their first 4 games aren't easy.
Sean, we can't overreact to preseason.
No, I'm not. I was on the fence between 10-7 and 11-6, and I had all 3 AFC North teams tied at 11-6. I want to break that up a little bit. So in the second quadrant, I will knock them down from 4-0 to 3-1. So 10-7. It's still on the over there. What about you, Ryan? What are you doing here?
I think I also want to knock them down a win.
We can't react to the preseason, Ryan.
Well, I'm at 12-5.
Oh, okay.
Do they really get out of the first 6 games 6-2, or am I just being too optimistic?
Well, that's what I did. I had them 4-0 in that second quadrant, and I knocked them down to 3-1. I felt like that's a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah. Let's do that. I'll go 3-1 there. So I'll be 11-5.
11-6.
11-6. Yep. Got to do the math right.
So you're on the over 9.5 wins. What is your favorite bet for the Bengals?
I had so many bets for the Bengals.
Oh my God, you have a lot to choose from, Ryan.
Their wins aside, I still like the premise of all of these bets. Now, the Trey Hendrickson Defensive Player of the Year price is cooked.
Yeah,
that's down into the 20-1 range. I got a 40. I think 44 or 48 to 1 in my pocket. I still love the Burrow stats.
Now, Ryan, if Trey Hendrickson, and I don't know if they could pull it off, but let's say the Eagles somehow traded for Trey Hendrickson, would you sell me your Trey Hendrickson Defensive Player of the Year ticket?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy to.
All right.
Not
if they
not at face value.
Oh, come on.
Current market value.
Current market value.
Well, yeah. When he gets traded to the Eagles, that price goes down to 12 to 1, and I'll take a profit. I'll take a profit right there.
Trader Ryan Kramer.
So I would say that my favorite, just double check this one. Looks like the price hasn't changed. I still think the Chase Brown angle is the strongest. We saw that they go and cut Zach Moss. They also, I mean, I don't know how much you watched of this Taj Brooks backup running back. He's one of those running backs that looks frantic all the time. He looks like he's constantly tripping his hands. Like he just didn't look like someone that was ultra in sync with Joe Burrow yet. So and you know who was the first player to come out of the game? Jamar Chase and Chase Brown, first two players to exit the game for the Bengals when Joe Burrow was still playing. So, Chase Brown to have 1,000 rushing yards. Chase Brown to have 1,000 rushing yards plus 185.
Okay, so you like the Chase Brown stuff.
Well, I like the Burrow stuff too, and we were talking about this before the show. But I think if I were to redo the show and redo my take on this, I would probably have just gone with. And we had this conversation on the VSiN show, but I wish I could go back and tell myself to take the stats stuff. You don't need the extra plus 200 on the MVP. Take most passing yards or most passing touchdowns. That would be my self adjustment on the Burrow MVP take, because I do think I'm more believing there's a path to them being like a wild card team and him shredding the stats.
Yeah. And maybe he
won't win the MVP if they're a wild card, unless all the other quarterbacks were bad.
The problem is they kind of want to give it to Joe Burrow, right?
You're right, but all right. So you think about the likelihood of Lamar. All right, so Mahomes,
but again, at
Lamar,
6-1,
Josh
you don't
Allen.
like it.
Yeah, well, I think I'd
one
rather,
of them's going to be the number 1 seed, and to your point, we
go
over
the NFC,
we go. You don't. If you're 10-7, you have to win MVP with 11 wins, and that's why we keep going back to. If you're gonna play a quarter, here's how you win MVP. You're a quarterback and you're the 1 or 2 seed almost all the time.
I wish I didn't have the MVP ticket. I wish I could trade it into a most passing yards ticket, but I can't. Now I also would alert people that the Burrow passing yards numbers are quite silly, especially if the defense is going to suck.
Okay.
But I'm just, cause I pretty much bet on everything. So I just wanted to make sure people understood that I bet on everything.
I'll keep it simple here. I'll just go with the over 9.5 wins. I don't like the Zach Taylor Coach of the Year.
Just my Browns pick to be that as well. Just an over. I like that. Just a pure over. It's like whiskey on the rocks.
Keep it simple,
or maybe even whiskey neat. Do you ever drink whiskey neat?
Sometimes, yeah. Like if I'm drinking a fancier one, I could see myself. I'll do that from time to time. You don't like but Ryan, you're going to miss an opportunity to brag about your sweet CLV with having the Browns plus 7.5 at home against the Dolphins.
You should see some of the look ahead numbers that I have in the old offshore account. I mean, both good and bad. Okay. Numbers have moved both ways, but no, just go. Yeah, adjust me to the over on the Browns. But yeah, I if this Bengals team comes out, here's the problem though, Sean. The second they lose to the Browns week 1, I'm going to be rooting against them week 2, the Jags. So that maybe we wait. And that's another piece of advice on this team. Wait a couple weeks. I mean, those first 4 weeks are tough. Wait a couple weeks and maybe the Burrow MVP shoots back out.
Yeah, and I see Peanut in the chat saying Zach Taylor not a good coach. Yeah, I'm with you, Peanut. I would just say if the Bengals are 15-2, he might be in the conversation for coach of the year. And at 50-1, that's certainly possible. But I'll just keep it simple. Over 9.5 wins. They'll get to double digits. They'll eke into the playoffs.
Yeah. I don't feel as strongly, but I
what do you mean? You got him at 11 wins.
6. Yeah. But I like the ceiling, like the stat stuff a little bit better.
So okay.
I feel stronger about the offense than I do about the team.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. I still think the offense is good enough. It can carry them to 10 wins. And especially if they get off to a better start than they have previously. But look at this. Look at this. The first 5 games, they're dogs 3 times.
To me, it's really the you got the first 7 weeks. You get the first 7 weeks of the schedule, and then the back half you have like a little bit of friction there. But it's not an easy schedule. So
they do close somewhat strong at Miami, Arizona at home, Cleveland at home. But again, the Bengals, especially in Cleveland, that's a funny bookend at Cleveland. Ryan, what would you set the odds that Joe Flacco is starting week 18 against the Bengals?
0.
I still like it though.
I mean, if he's starting, they're in the they're going to make the playoffs, right? There's no way he's starting unless they're in the playoff hunt. Because even like they could have too many wins and he's not starting. That's a smash play.
Smash. All right, hey, before we get to the Ravens, shout out to Circa Million, Circa Survivor Ultimate Contest Weekend. Hopefully, looking forward to seeing a bunch of you guys and gals. Shout out to the DJettes at the Ultimate Contest Weekend. We'll be there Thursday through Saturday. We're signing up for the contest. Hopefully you guys are as well. There's a awesome party that Thursday night. Of course, Circa Million, 6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 15 million guaranteed. Probably going to be 20 million. Footballcontest.com, promo code SGP. Get you $50 off your proxy fees. These are the biggest football contests in the world. So if you're a gambler, if you love football, if you love betting on football, there's a prestige element. And if you're thinking, oh, hey, it's a lot of money to enter the contest. Hey, it's high stakes, part of the appeal, but also great thing to do with your buddies. Hey, we'll get a little group together. Everyone puts in a couple $100. Your gambling group chat, also great excuse to come out to Circa between now and when the NFL season starts. Get all your future bets in, get a bunch of paper tickets.
You know what it is?
Come
Sean?
hang out with us.
It's a book club for dudes.
There you go. Because you're all invested in the same thing. It's a
You're having
nice
a weekly
discussion
call.
Group. Yeah. What do you want to
review the lines and let's hop on the call?
Yeah. Do you want to? Well, you could talk about your relationship, work. Who gives a shit?
Did you feel the emotions of last week were coming out in the second chapter?
Again, footballcontest.com, promo code SGP, $50 off your proxy fees, and we're also brought to you by Underdog. Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. 15 million in prizes. The pick'em super fun. Cannot wait to get the week 1 pick'em in. They have a preseason pick'em. They got season long NFL pick'em, aka higher lower. You can win up to 500x your entry. It is a true
#Legends
delight. Use our code SGPN. But yeah, new customers, great new deal. You play $5, you get 50 in bonus funds. Easy way to if you're new to our podcast. I know we're getting a lot of new people finding our show. Shout out to everyone spreading the word or people giving up on podcasting. Either way, we're here because we are never going anywhere. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Kramer, your Baltimore Ravens.
Real quick before we get into the Ravens, we should update this because I don't want anyone. So I did. I finished reading the information about why Jacory is named Bill.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not good.
What?
Well, that bald little character he was named after was Little Bill, an animated series created by Bill Cosby.
Oh no!
Oh no!
No!
You should drop that nickname, buddy. You're gonna be big time. People are gonna figure it out.
Keep an eye out.
They're gonna connect.
Keep an eye on your drinks when you're hanging out with Jacory Krosky Merritt.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder why. What was the relatable characteristic that?
I'm sure he was just
bald.
Yeah, probably was just a little kid.
It was just bald.
Who looked?
He likes pudding pops. It could be that.
Now all right. So now I'm looking at this kid. It's a cute little kid.
Yeah.
It was a show for Nickelodeon, and I'm sure
we all learned about Nickelodeon back then.
Well, yeah, Nickelodeon and Bill Cosby. Oh my god. But Little Bill is just a cute little animated kid, and I'm sure he's got a big bright smile. I'm sure his parents were like, "Hey, you look like Little Bill from." Oh, that is unfortunate.
Poor Brian Robinson's being traded for that guy.
For Little Bill, Little Bill Cosby. Oh my God, those are always the best commercials. Guys of a certain age will remember the Chris Rock Little Penny commercials. Penny. Go down a wormhole. That is a. And then Mike in the chat also quoting Mr. Bill, all-time great Saturday night live sketch. Okay, Kramer, the Ravens.
Yes.
We both got them 11-6, both going under their super high win total of 11.5. Are you doing any adjustments? What are your thoughts?
Well, I've definitely heard people talk about what an automatic pick they are to win the division.
Yeah. Don't agree.
I don't necessarily agree. I don't think I'm going to change the wins because now I've noodled myself into a situation where I could even say they have a chance to win the division, tying with the Bengals, whatever. No, I'm not changing because I think that. So if I was going to change, it would only go up. There's teams on their schedule. Well, they have the Rams on their schedule. Probably was already a win, but that to me early in the season, I'm a little bit more bullish there.
Stafford is practicing, whatever that's worth.
I've gone the other way on the Bengals, which not that I wasn't going to chop it up anyway.
Yeah,
and then so I guess if anything, it is a really good team. It's hard to find a weakness. They look so goddamn good in the preseason. I'm sure that's affecting my judgment a little bit. But no, nothing's really changed. Nothing's changed with this team. We did this team almost at the end. I mean, I think it's the beauty of doing the bad teams first is it is fun to go back and see how 2 months or a month can change your opinion. Whereas the good teams we did like a week ago. So
yeah, I mean, and we discussed. To me, it's going back and forth. Do I like the under 11.5 wins better or the Ravens?
Let me ask you this:
under 4.5 division wins, and actually,
how do they achieve their floor?
What do you mean?
What does it take for them to be like a bad team? Because although I'm with you, I like the unders. It does seem like the floor is a little bit more obvious than the ceiling.
No, to me the floor. The floor is
I think
less obvious because how do they get to the floor? Right?
Yeah, less obvious than the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean for me,
the ceiling is 15-2, and they're the best team in the conference again.
And maybe I'm getting cute. I always pick against them. It works in the playoffs. Doesn't work in the regular season. Am I changing my mind? No. I'll stick with 11-6. I think it's just a slight downgrade because I'm higher with what's around in the division. I'm not doing any sort of crazy fades of them. I'm not taking them fourth place. I'm not taking them miss playoffs because Lamar Jackson, very good regular season, and Harbaugh's a very good head coach. They have a good home field. They have some issues overall, but
he's literally like his brother, but less retarded or whatever. Whatever is wrong with Jim Harbaugh, John doesn't have that. He can look like a normal civilian. He doesn't look like a guy that needs to go roll around on the grass to scratch his back.
And as the chat's pointing out, Derrick Henry still got it. He's a tough guy to completely fade. They did move on.
We recommend
from Justin Tucker. Check out. I mean, not to tout my own singing, but I feel like I captured the spirit of opera singer Justin Tucker. The clip is out over on our X at Gambling Podcast Instagram, but yeah, check out that.
How many people do you think have listened to all the team previews?
Well, I would imagine a decent amount. Now, luckily, we're giving these people a decent chunk to catch up, so they can get in their phrase at pace.
Some people, I got a message today, Sean.
Yeah,
in the DMs, which by the way, always open at Kramer Centric. that he right now. Coming back from kids are going back to school, so routine's getting started again. He's grinding through the team previews.
Well,
says it's great because he's doing 2 hours at the gym so he can get through more episodes.
All right, I like that. We're helping people achieve their exercising goals. I would say it's funny because for the most part, our show, it's tough to do evergreen content, right? Because hey, we're talking about the games this week, and then the games are over. No one's going to go back and listen to old episodes. But this is that rare sweet spot where football's almost here. We do all these team previews. And also college, like you can go back and listen to those college football conference previews. A lot of that, I mean, almost all of that is still.
There might be a player or two, like the BYU quarterback may have gotten into some trouble.
There's a couple things, but I mean, even the NFL team previews, like we did the Browns weeks ago, and I mean, the only thing that really changed is we got clarity on Joe Flacco, which we were going that way anyway.
Is anyone else doing team? Like, there's not a ton of content breaking down every team either. So I don't know.
And
as someone who has been looking for it,
and I said we would up the prize pool, add a little bonus to the Circa Future if we beat last year's, and we're on pace. So shout out to all the DGens sending in their phrase at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. We are on pace to beat it. So tell a friend, get them in there. It's fun. So for
unless
me,
you're not into football,
I will go with under 4.5 division wins because the teams always in the division play the Ravens pretty tight, and I think
just give me the same one since it was mine that you copied. Give me that one.
I will give you credit for it, Ryan.
It's a crazy number. It's a crazy number. We can win with 4-2.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So. And this is my favorite bet for the Ravens because let's look at just real quick remind you of their division games. Week 18 at Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
If you're high on the Ravens, maybe they're not playing everyone, or
that's the worst look ahead number.
Or I mean, Pittsburgh always, in general, they're always playing this team tough. Then they have that weird stretch. They have Cincinnati at home, which Cincinnati has made a point how they think it's bullshit that they have to play every Thursday night on the road at the Ravens. I think the Bengals will get up for that game. Then they have Pittsburgh in between at Cincinnati. So I like our chances to get one loss between Cincinnati at home, Pittsburgh at home, and then at Cincinnati. Just that, Chuck.
I'm also going to make a bold claim. I've been crafting this for a little bit. I think Aaron Glenn might have been the kneecap trend, not Dan Campbell.
I like that.
Yeah,
because they and we'll see. And then
bad team, but they're going to beat you up.
And another reason why we're all over the under the division at Miami, at Minnesota, at Cleveland in the 9, 10, and 11. Go back and look at the numbers of NFL teams on the third road game. You just don't win that game. You just don't. I would say it's fucked. It's fucked up for the league to put a divisional game as the last game in a 3-game road. Cleveland
stretch.
will be jacked. That might be that'll probably be their biggest second half game. I'm going to be on the Browns money line. If you, and maybe even getting a little bit of a piece of it now, and then go back to week 2, Cleveland. We saw the Ravens. I know because we had them in Survivor. We saw the Ravens blow a week 2 game at home against a team they had no business losing to. Now they're playing at Buffalo on a Sunday night to start off the season. Then they have Cleveland at home. Oh, Cleveland in a Joe Flacco revenge game where Joe Flacco, odds are he's still going to be upright. And then you're looking ahead to Detroit and Kansas City.
The only non-playoff team you play in that first. You know what? Let's drop them a win, Sean.
Wow.
Let's drop them a win.
You know what? I'm with you.
Yeah, we just worked out.
There's too many tough spots in their division.
Yeah, they have a ton of bad scheduling spots. They go to in cold. Granted, they're not exactly a warm weather team, but they go at Green Bay, at Pittsburgh at the end of the season.
I'm gonna make their second quadrant 2-2. So I'm down to 10 and 7. What are you doing, Ryan? Same type of thing.
I gotta look because
these division games, like rewatching this, I think they might be 3 and 3 in the division, 4 and 2. So I would be very surprised if they only lose one division game.
I am 3 and 1 at Miami. Yeah, this I don't think this is right because at Chicago, at Miami, at Minnesota, that's 3 and 1 there. That's probably right. Yeah, all right. I'll go. So in the third quadrant, I'll go down to 2 and 2.
Third quadrant, 2 and 2. So now we've adjusted them down to 10 and 7, both of us. Okay,
that's diabolical.
That feels right.
This might be the floor, though.
I think 9 and 8 is probably their floor. But let's talk about locks for the AFC North. I mean, fuck this. Give me the Steelers over 8.5 wins. And spoiler alert, when you tune in to our final NFL show where we give out our locks, I think it was 4-2 in our win total locks, Steelers over 8.5 wins will be on that thing. So if you want to bitch and complain, oh, Sean, all he does is always take the Steelers. Sorry. I like winning money. They're great ATS. Maybe Rodgers is the guy that blows it, but 9-8's the floor for this team. Kramer, what are you doing? What's your favorite AFC North bet?
Chase Brown, 1,000 yards.
Okay.
This offense is going that. All we've seen is that the defense is probably going to be bad. They're going to be moving the ball. The pass game's still going to work. Yeah. Love this one.
Well, shout out to Kramer for giving a lock at +185. Hey, we got more. We got a division preview. We're recording during the day. If you're watching live, youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. Of course, go back, catch up on the team previews, and get in your phrase that pays. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. And we also did our final college football picks prediction where we gave out our conference winners. We walked through our the complete playoff bracket. We gave out our Heisman picks, and we had the great Phil Steele on. So if you missed that episode, that was very fun. Phil Steele, Colby
might be our best Phil Steele interview.
I thought so. He didn't yell at me for giving him a chance to push the product.
I recently listened to all of them because I was searching for the plug the product. So I couldn't find that. But yeah, no. Yeah, it was good. He was lively. I thought there was, he was way more into our jokes than I can remember. Phil Steele being,
and he glazed us a little bit, Ryan, and unprompted. Yeah. Also, I have a sinking suspicion, Phil Steele.
You know I'm a degenerate.
And perfect for Tomlin there to close things out. So check that episode out. Appreciate everyone tuning in as always. And if you're going to be out there in Vegas for Ultimate Contest Weekend coming up here in 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is, come say hi at the party after the VSiN show. And people have been hitting me up about anytime they're out in Vegas, come by the Circa Friday night after the VSiN show. That's the best time to hang out. We're walking around drinking beers.
What time is that show?
Well, we could right now. It's going to be.
Let's just talk football season.
It's looking like it'll be 7 to 10 Pacific, but stay tuned for the official announcement. But between you and us, looking like we're going to have an earlier start time, so 7 to 10 o'clock Pacific, which
3 hour window for fun time
for someone who's always on the 6:30 a.m. flight back Saturday. Getting 30 more minutes of sleep is great. So
huge. Good
times as always. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
Tomlin does it again.
Kramer, let it ride.
I want better fucking execution. I'm wet. Woo, ain't smoking my weed.